afternoon, sir.
Oh, good afternoon.
Thank you for taking out your time to come and share your story with us.
No. Thank you for the platform. I actually want people to put mouth in these particular issues as regard my son, and also to talk to Bimisola if she would listen.
Okay, if you don't mind, can you introduce yourself? And also so that the viewers can have a little bit of understanding of what the situation is. Just share a little bit of the whole
All right,
thing.
that's fine. Where do I start from? Okay, my name is Michael Akinduro. I'm an adjunct lecturer with the prestigious People's University of Ajaokuta.
Okay.
I taught in the university for about 12 years.
Okay.
And before moving on to becoming an educational coach and a consultant, I've been married for 9 years, and I am a family. My wife, we're actually hoping on God for our children. And like I told you, I did something that's very wrong, which I'm not actually proud of. But God has a way of doing things. He has actually blessed me. I've actually achieved a whole lot, career-wise and personally. I can barely walk into any place right now, and I will command so much respect.
What exactly happened? Please just go straight to the point so that they know what we're dealing with right now.
Yeah, I was actually getting there. Like I told you, I lectured in university, and I had an affair with one of the students by name Bimisola. And I know before you judge me, I actually did something that is very, very wrong, and it's against professional ethics.
Well, we're not here to judge you. We just want to, like I said, understand the situation on ground. But this Bimisola, was she one of your students?
Oh, no, she wasn't. I actually thought in the Department of Art.
Okay.
She was a finance student, so she did not in any way take any of my courses.
Okay. You say you guys had a relationship, right?
Oh, yes, we did.
Okay.
Even though we didn't have much time to really see each other.
So was it mutual between the both of you?
Oh, yes, it was. It was mutual. And she was just so busy, with exams and school and all that. So I just felt, okay, that she's busy. Probably that's why we've not been seen. And we didn't get to talk until she left school, and we lost contact. And ever since, I've not seen her. Not until 2 weeks ago, I bumped into her at the shopping mall. And we greeted very properly, and I noticed she was in a hurry. So we actually parted ways. What strikes me on that particular day was the person she was with.
Who was that?
It's a young boy, and although she was trying to hide the face of the boy, but I managed to see the boy, and I need no third party to tell me that that boy is actually my son.
Wait.
He has so much of my facial features.
Are you trying to say that her child is your son?
Yes, I am very sure that that boy is my son. I actually did my own personal investigation, and I found out that that boy is around 7 years old, and that's thereabouts. It's when she left school, and ever since I have not seen her. I don't know why Bimisola would be hiding my son from me, depriving me the right to take care of my son properly. Do you know what that means to me? My family, we have virtues, and I'm supposed to have passed that on to my son. And she's actually depriving me of that. That's actually insane. I really don't know why she's actually denying me of my son's existence. Oh, maybe because she asked me for money and I refused.
How? How do you mean by that, sir?
She called me some times ago, and she was telling me she had something very important she wanted to tell me. And but she asked me for money first, so I declined. And ever since, we've not spoken.
Okay. If you don't mind me asking, have you tried having this conversation with Bimisola ever since you ran into her?
Yes, I have tried. After back and front, I actually met an old friend of hers, which I was able to get the contact. And I called her 1 or 2 times, and she actually turned the call down. And that's the reason why I'm here. That's the reason why I'm here. You see, Bimisola needs to, all I just want is for her to just come do a DNA test. We had something together, and she knows that.
Okay. So my team and I will try to reach out to Bimisola and hear her own side of the story. And I hope you wouldn't mind if we invite you over some other time, so that maybe after we've heard from her, so that we could just have the talk and
It's fine. It's fine. I will
finalize
come
the
back.
whole thing?
I will come back definitely.
Okay, that's fine. That's all right. Like I said earlier, thank you very much for
Thank you very
coming
much.
to
It's
share
fine.
your,
It's
your
fine.
story with us. It's
Thank you
fine.
so
We'll
much.
reach out to you as soon as we can.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Have a good
you.
day.
Hi. Good afternoon, Miss Bimisola. Thank you so much for taking out time from your really busy schedule to join us today.
Thank you. I'm glad that this is finally coming out.
Okay, I know it's a very private part of your life that we're about to talk about, yeah, but Mr. Akinduru claims that he's the father of your son. Do you have anything to say about that?
You know, it just baffles me where he got the boldness to lay these claims. I'm not even sure he understands the implication of these claims.
So, are you denying that he's the father of your child?
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that he has no right to lay these claims. I've not seen this man in almost 7 years now. And then he just comes out of nowhere to lay these claims.
Okay, he said that you guys were in a relationship some years ago whilst you're in university.
Relationship. So that's what he calls it now, huh? That man is a liar. I don't know what he has said to you people, but he is a liar. And he knows he will dare not say those things to my face. He will not.
Okay, I'm not understanding this, right? So are you saying that you guys were not in any form of relationship at all, or that he's not the father of your child?
I was not in any form of relationship with Mr. Michael. I was coerced into having sex with him, else I was going to fail one of my courses back then in the university.
I had a session with Mr. Akinduri, and he says that he never took you any course whilst you're in school. Like, he never lectured you any course. So corroborate the story for me, please.
He's right. And you know what? He's a very smart man. Michael knows that it will be very difficult to spin the narrative of this story. But I can assure you that if this is his way of coming back into my life for the second time to ruin it, it is going to go back to him a millionfold.
Okay, you say he coerced you for sex for grades, right? But you also say that he didn't take you any course whilst you're in school. So isn't that contradictory to the whole asking you for sex to pass you or something? Do you understand? I'm sorry that I have to ask that, but I'm just trying to get my facts right.
Okay, let me enlighten you.
Please do.
So back then in school, in the university, Mr. Michael never lectured me directly.
Okay.
However, he had a friend, Mr. Adio, who was my lecturer. Mr. Adio and Mr. Michael had this sex for grades thing going on. You know, I know there were several other lecturers that were involved too, but the two of them, for a fact, I knew they were doing this. I was not in his department, but what they would do is, both of them would pick girls in each other's department that they were interested in, and then ask them to sleep with them in order for them to pass. So that way, it was not traced back directly to them.
Okay. This doesn't even corroborate what he says. This is totally different from what he said. You didn't try to report them at any time?
I didn't. I never had any concrete evidence. However, I kept requesting that my department reviews my papers, but each time I tried, it kept stalling. And they would tell me that issues like this take very long time to process. It was my final year. I didn't want to have an extra year.
I'm really sorry, but I have to ask. Is he the father of your child?
Yes. But he has no rights. He has no claims over my child. Michael deserves to go to jail. That is where he belongs.
So you didn't tell him you were pregnant?
I didn't.
Is it because you asked him for money and he didn't give to you?
Amy, I asked Michael for money. Me, That man is delusional.
Okay, so he says that some years or a few years after you graduated, that you reached out to him, you called him and asked for money in exchange for certain information, but he wasn't going to give you, and so you just ended the call abruptly.
So here's the thing. First of all, I regretted every bit of what happened between me and Michael. However, I always told myself that if I ever got pregnant, I was not going to remove it. Secondly, I had a friend then in Michael's class who he just kept failing. Apparently because she refused to understand with Mr. Adio. There was also this other girl, I can't remember her name, but she was involved with Mr. Adio, and unfortunately, she got pregnant. She was bold enough to tell Mr. Adio that she was pregnant. But then, he threatened her with everything. In fact, he took her to the hospital to remove it. So I figured it was worthless telling Michael that I was pregnant. But it was this particular day. I remember my son was very sick. I called him and I told him that I needed money, that my son was sick. He just yelled at me. You know, I didn't want to make it easy for him to just figure it out, but he just yelled. He failed to put 2 by 2 together, like the fool that he is.
I hope you don't mind though, but I'm thinking, would it be okay with you if we have Mr. Akinduro here so we can at least just make sense of the whole situation?
You know what, I don't mind. At this point, I don't mind.
Okay.
I mean, I've been hurt deeply, but I'm over it now. I've moved on. Besides, my son makes me so happy. So, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's
very
clear
much.
the air.
Okay, that's fine. We'll be going on a very short break, and when we are back, we'll be having Mr. Akinduro here so that we can make sense of the situation. Welcome back, guys. Now we have Mr. Akinduro in the studio. It's nice to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Mr. Akinduro, we invited Bimisola here in regards to the conversation we had about the situation on ground. So we're trying to make sense of the whole thing, at least just come to a conclusion with this. I'm sure the viewers will love that as well. So I'm going to be asking the both of you some questions. And please, I imply that we're all honest so that we can come to the bottom of this. I'll go straight to the point. I'm going to ask you a question. You claim that the both of you in a relationship, right?
Yes.
If you don't mind, can you tell us how long was this relationship? How long did it last for?
What we had didn't last for long. It was just a couple of weeks.
Mr. Man, will you shut up? What do you mean by what we had didn't last for just a couple of weeks? How about you just tell them you had nothing together?
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, Bimisola? You have my child and you know that. Why do you say it? Say it.
Wow.
And stop the charade.
Wow, Michael. The high and mighty Michael. Do you realize you deserve to be in jail? Do you know? Or you think I'm still that small girl in the university that you could just ride on?
Oh, for all it's worth. Bimisola, I'm not your mate. If you want to talk to me, you talk to me with respect. The issue here is the boy is my son. And frankly speaking, I'm going to go to any length, to anywhere, just to get back my son. And I mean it.
You see, the part that irritates me the most is my son. You don't even have the decency to know this boy's name. Tell me, Abigail, how can my son belong to such a devil?
Please, let's calm down. All right, please, let's calm down. Okay. Mr. Akinduro, Bimisola here claims you coerced her to having sex with you. And that if she didn't bulge at the time, you're going to fail her in some courses she was taking at the time.
Oh no, I mean, how is that possible? She didn't even take any of my courses.
Yes, she said so herself. But did you connive with any of your lecturer friend, Mr. Audio, I think, to fail students in your courses if they didn't bow to your demands?
This is ridiculous. I mean, I actually came here voluntarily just to seek for help on how to get my son back. The issue here is the boy my son? It's the boy my son.
Listen, we're not trying to attack you, or we're just trying to make sense of this, like I said. We're just trying to get to the end of this. So if you don't mind, please, would you answer my question?
No, he can't answer.
I did not. Yes, he was my friend. But this was just a mutual agreement between two adults. I don't know why she's condescending to slandering. The issue here is, are you with my son? It's the boy, my son.
Wow.
You know, it's your confidence that amazes me. But it's okay. Keep showcasing yourself.
Abigail, can I please play something for you?
Yeah, sure, why? Go ahead.
My name is Ronke Olusoji. I was a student at People's University of Technology at Jakarta. I'm sure my name will ring a bell if Mr. Akinduro listened to this voice note. I took a course with Mr. Akinduro, and that devil refused to pass me because his friend, Mr. Adio, was interested in me. There is nothing I didn't beg them with. They both refused. For 3 semesters, that idiot kept failing me, no matter how much you studied.
Oh no, these are mere allegations. A man of my background and pedigree? I wouldn't stoop so low.
Bimisola, Jare!
It's all right, please, just calm
You're
down.
a fool!
Please, let's not resort to calling names, all right? Please, let's just calm down. Please, allow her continue. Please, go on.
You won't pass until you give in to their demands. And sometimes they would intentionally put holes in their condoms to punish those students that gave them stress. From what I heard, because I still don't know how I got pregnant for him, I ensure he had protection. The best thing that happened to me was leaving that school. I heard Mr. Adio is there, and I hope he rots in hell. He knew I was pregnant. He couldn't bully me into an abortion, like he did with Noye. At least, he respected himself and didn't come looking for any child like his shameless Akinduro. But if Akinduro wants to dispel my truth, he should get any of Adio's family member to come do a DNA test with my child. I won't know.
Thank you. Please, what do you have to say about that? Please.
Can I play something else for you?
Yeah.
You guys are even strong raising their kids. Even the degree we did all this for. What has it gained us today?
Nonya, please say your name so that we know who you are when we play this audio. We are recording it.
Okay. This is Nonye Obiara. I attended People's University of Technology in Ajaokuta. I was also a victim of sex for grades perpetrated by Mr. Iyoladio, Michael Akinduro, and Mr. Ezekiel Duru. I took a class with Michael Akinduro, and he didn't pass me because his friend Iyoladio wanted to have sex with me. Mr. Akinduro frustrated my life with bad grades till I felt depressed. I did what they wanted. And that semester, Mr. Akinduro even told me I didn't need to write the final exam, that I already passed, as his friend already gave me a pass mark in bed. And that he's jealous. I got pregnant in the process, and Adio returned with threats. He got Mr. Duru involved that I wouldn't pass Duru's class till I got rid of it. It was a really, really tough time for me. And I honestly don't know how I survived. But I did.
Thank you, Nonya.
I mean, you don't expect me to accept this just like that? A mere record from a popcorn seller?
You bastard! You ruined my life, and I swear to God, now that you've shown back with your ugly face, you're going to pay for
I'm
it!
actually disappointed. I didn't expect this!
Hey, you need to calm down, all right? You guys need to. But before you leave, miss, please, I need you to sit down and hear me, all right? Please just calm down. So the boy in question is actually your son. But these accusations that are levied against you are quite serious. My team and I, we had no other choice but to reach out to the People's University of Technology. And they promised a very thorough investigation. So I really wish you luck with this. I do. Just calm down, please. It's fine. Just breathe, please. Thank you for watching today's episode of our Storapy section. My name is Abigail, and we would like to know your opinion on the situation on ground. So please don't forget to comment. And most importantly, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe for more episodes and more entertaining videos. Thank you.